the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Barnes and Green of the forward set. Iguodala out there with Thompson. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense, he also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
Iguodala, no good. On defense, Golden State outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own head. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
It's Thompson off the drive. Back to Barnes. Three-pointer. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Barnes. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Going back to Chris Paul, if you could build a point guard from scratch, Clark, he might be the model.
Yeah, I tell you what, you could do much worse than him, that's for sure. One of the very best. 6 times he's led the NBA in steals. Just an incredible all-around player. One of the greatest team leaders, I think, in the history of the league as well.
For the last 2 seasons, he's led the league in assists, you're right. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Feeds it to Griffin. Uncovered. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
To the inside. Crawford against Thompson. And the rejection by Iguodala. The Warriors leading. The dish to Thompson. From outside the arc, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Griffin takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And so here is Golden State after the basket by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 2. And here's Iguodala outside. Paul with the defensive effort. So it's the Clippers now, trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, and that was a night where they just didn't seem to be the type of team that we've grown accustomed to seeing. I mean, it was more about them being individuals on the floor than the collective unit.
Guys, I think it was simply a vacuum of leadership. Nobody really gathered the team and tried to rally them or pull them together. You know, that was most disappointing about the loss to me. Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Paul. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit. Here's for 3. They grabbed their own miss. Aldrich, no good. Warriors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors showed just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more. So
it's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
We've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for the Clippers. Golden State moving it around. It's tipped. Stolen by Stevenson.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And he gets it to go.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
There's the double team with Bogut. Griffin sets the screen for Stevenson. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
The Clippers in the lead. Down low, here's Johnson. And the rejection by Ezeli. Top of the key. The 10-footer. Thompson.